Welcome back, everyone, to the Fire Emblem 3 Houses playthrough, Blue Lion Edition. So, today we're obviously gonna be exploring. Got nothing else to do, probably. Alright, what's on the bulletin board? We got visit to Geralt. Let's fast travel to that.
So, Professor. Geralt was looking for you.
Okay, Geralt. Alright, where is he?
He has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Of course, alright.
I have something to ask of you.
Alright, 2 quests accepted. Let's run down this way. Wait, hold up. Does it say we did something? What's this? Yeah, there's another quest in here. Alright, view quest. Of course. I'll take every quest you got. Alright, here we go. We'll be running down this way.
Really?
Let's see.
Oh, Professor.
Yes, I am looking for
Geralt.
Yes, I am looking for
I just saw him in the
Geralt.
Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Okay, thank you. Anybody in here?
Oh my.
Sorry about that. Alright. Let's get back into it. Alright, where are we going? I thought there was someone in here, but apparently there's not. We already went in there. I think the person's right here. Here he is.
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit
Ignatz.
strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Sure. I don't... Okay. We're gonna go over here to this room with who knows in it. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Yeah, it's a monk.
Maybe. The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days.
I don't know what that means.
Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness
okay.
never end?
So death. Alright, interesting.
Hey there.
What's up, random dude? Okay, we can't run through there. Hold up, let me zoom out. There we go, that's better. Must have accidentally hit plus, 'cause I was like, this seems very zoomed in. Where's the staircase?
Well,
Not in there. Okay, so I think we're gonna go to here. Got Felix right here.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall.
No, I have not.
If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
Alright. Cool. I'm gonna run this way. there's a cat. Aw, it's a cute little cat. Alright, who's over here?
Hey,
Yo,
I heard about the things you did.
what did it do?
I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe.
Yeah, I
I
wish I
figure
could
you're-
say the same as well. Nah. Well, actually, let's try to
I
recruit
think
him.
I learned all sorts of things. Cleaning, chopping wood. I'm happy to help you out with anything you need done for your class.
I could invite him, but should I? That's the real question. Yeah, sure.
You betcha. Since, you know,
Alright, we recruited him.
Hey,
What's up,
Teach,
Claude?
I hear you were able to use the sword of the creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the king of
Yes.
liberation?
Yes, of course. Alright, so we're gonna go here. Alright, here we go. The Micah. Don't know if this is a good voice area.
Oh, Gerald? There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll
Ah,
probably
yes, I
find him
know of
there.
the place.
I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Professor, have you seen my son perchance? Is that so? I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand. I must ask him...
Oh, was I supposed to say something else? My bad, Felix.
I'm
What's up,
so
Sylvain?
sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand.
Wait, who
I
is it?
always thought he was a piece of garbage, but I never thought he'd steal the relic.
Who are we talking about?
I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
Who? What is this man talking about? I don't understand.
Oh.
Can we recruit Catherine?
Oh, there's a I can't remember. Needs until then.
Okay, so she doesn't want to join. Alright. Let's run this way. We cut down here. To this
The
guy.
head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone
Okay,
in that position
interesting.
plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Alright, sounds interesting. Okay. So I'm trying to adjust my mind. It's not always a great place.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have, and some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked
okay.
for.
I probably would be neither. What's your one to join?
Excuse me.
Alright. Thanks for your time. Not. What's this guy doing? What is it? Are you dusting the floor? Hold up. What is this man doing? What is... Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Yo, Ferdinand, what's up?
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
It means that, doesn't hold her remains. Obviously, duh. Okay, we're gonna run this way. And find out that's a dead end. No way through, even though I'm pretty sure I can get to. And instead, go. We're gonna go to the cathedral. Yes. Alright. Oh, here we go.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church?
Sure.
That means they used Lenato.
Okay.
What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
I don't know. I still
I
don't
wish I
trust
could be
Lady
a part of
Rhea.
it. I want to hear from...
Nah. Is this yours?
So the whole... That means... What right to... I wish I want to hear...
What am I supposed to do? It has like a map. Whatever. God darn.
Professor, it's strange though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
Don't worry about it. Is this yours?
Did you?
Okay, I'll leave those yours. You wanna go to tea? Alright, cool. Let's get some tea. Sure.
Professor, did you call for me?
Yes. Offer some tea.
So much. So delicious.
Okay, let's talk. Sure. Oh, missed the point. Darn.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that, sure. Don't know why I would talk about that, but thanks for everything, yeah. Darn. It was only a nice tea time, that's a shame. Alright, let's try that again.
So much.
Let's try it again, let's try it again. Yeah, let's try it again.
Professor, this tea. Thank you so much.
Here you go, here's some tea.
Too hot. Yes.
Cats.
Wow.
Yes, of course, cats. Fashion. Yes, alright, and next.
Is that so?
Darn, damn it. Not the best at these things. I don't know what she said. Praise. Ah, damn.
That was delicious.
Okay. So we're gonna run out this way. We gotta answer some notes. There was just a drawing of what looks like a broken vase. Okay. Yes, let's read the other note. Whenever I go for a walk, I get this strange feeling that someone is watching. Who could it be? The goddess is watching from on high. Alright, cool.
You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too. With
Yeah,
all
I
that
don't want
happened
to.
last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre.
Okay, good for you.
You don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's talk to the
I've had
student.
a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But
It's
no,
me.
it must
It's
be
me.
my imagination, right?
Sure. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna head down here with our speedy movement.
Right.
Pick this up. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna go this way. Pretty sure the graveyard was somewhere over here.
Hey.
Of course I am.
I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother.
Oh.
She's resting beneath this humble grave. Hmm? Oh. Of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Yeah, okay,
I
that's
suppose
fine.
I
Take your
haven't
time.
talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. and she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She
Okay.
died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart.
I'll
Well
be
done.
More sad
You have my thanks.
stories. It's so sad. Okay.
But she loved...
Time is worn away the number, which is now illegible. Oh, the name. Sorry, not the number. 39. She was only 20. Damn. Bro, this kind of got dark.
Professor?
Hey.
Oh.
Oh.
I must ask him not.
You acquitted to think they. I cannot imagine the Western Church was as. I hope we find.
Okay, was that it? Says there's someone else I need. This guy.
That man I walked past earlier. That wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it?
I don't know who
House
that is.
Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Strang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
Sure. It's hard to keep up with all the different houses. Alright, we're gonna run all the way down this way.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Yeah, but I got it, don't worry, it's in my hands.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Okay. Is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? No. Probably should ask the other people, but then again. Let's run down to the planting station.
No. Hi.
Yes, let's do some harvesting. I wanna plant some. We can plant 2, sweet.
Oh, it's awful. Things are finally calm again. And so I've come here to unwind.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn
That's
if they can do it
true, I
again.
guess.
We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice.
Okay.
If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Okay. I will protect them. Alright, are any of these yours?
No? Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back to me.
Okay.
No, that's not mine.
Alright, cool.
Hi. Maybe.
Do-do-do-do. Oh no, what I just picked up. Man, I clicked too fast.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways?
What
Perhaps
fish? What fish are you
Perhaps
talking
it is
about?
resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
Hey, you want to join our squad?
Might you help me with a favor?
Sure. Is this yours? Okay. I didn't think so, but... Alright, where to now? So can head this way.
Hi there.
Yeah. Gotta go up this way.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I'll take your word for
You're
it.
getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
Are any of these yours? Is this...
I've been looking for this.
Yeah,
Thank
you left
so
it
much.
like literally outside. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Take your time.
Okay.
Let's keep it going. Where should we go now? We should go in here. Here, I saw something else. A hand-drawn map. Something over here as well. Owl feather. So I'm just supposed to give random people random owl feathers. Is that what I'm seeing?
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests or heroes relics, or how important can that stuff really be?
I'm not sure.
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take.
Okay, cool. Is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? Okay, cool. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna
I
guess.
thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting.
Now life's
But since
ridiculous.
you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, maybe
What
not.
do you mean? I don't like the way you said that. Stop trying to spook me.
Okay, is this yours?
Never seen
Is this
never
yours?
seen that.
This
never
yours?
seen-
Nope. Okay. Coolio.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests.
Okay.
Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard.
Is this yours? Oh yeah.
What?
Okay, cool. Good to
That
know.
reminds me. The first and last before it is said.
It's not anyone that I care about. Alright. Sprint out here.
Hey, Professor.
Guessing this.
That is a.
Oh, I thought I already found the one. Oh, there she is, Anna.
Hey, Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away. To be honest, he's my father. He's using a different name now, but there's no mistaking
Oh,
it.
snap. That's
It's him.
interesting.
I know it is. Father, I found you at last.
Is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours?
Thank you.
And invite to tea. Alright. We've got one left. We'll save that for Ingrid.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. It's so good. Huh?
Doing great work. Sure. And let's go be the perfect night. Oh darn.
Thanks for the.
Okay. Well, that was fun. All right. We'll increase this. We'll give her gifts as well. Motivation increased. Alright, she said max motivation. Okay.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor.
I don't know if I'm
a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough? I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
this art
I'm
book's
sorry.
yours. I mean,
I do
recruit.
find you very.
Okay, Lindelhart.
You and your class were at that fight in the Holy Mausoleum, right? I sincerely hope the holy artifacts are unscathed.
They probably
I
are.
admit I wish I
I
could have
honestly
been there
don't
to
pay
see it
attention.
all, even if it does make me queasy. But I was there too early. I'd gone first thing in the morning. At noon, one of the monks chased me out, saying I'd been there too long.
Dang.
Who were they to decide when I've been somewhere too long?
That's a good point. Is this yours?
That's not my. That's
This
not
yours? Okay, so we're gonna go. Who the heck's Gilbert? Alright, so we're gonna go to the cathedral. I don't think I see Ingrid anywhere. But I gotta go pick up some things over here. I also want to go over here.
You have helped me so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Alright. Let's see, where should we go now? Oh, Ingrid's there. Alright, we'll go to the entrance hall and operations.
I have a request. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight.
I
am
have
to
a student that
accompany
says
you
you're
on
your
your
father.
assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
Okay.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
Alright, is this
No,
yours?
No.
How about
no.
this? Okay. Where's Ingrid at? There she is.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Yeah, I agree. Is this yours?
No. Yes, that's mine. Thank you very much. I've been looking for...
No problem. Alright. Let's do
Could
tea
be.
time. What? Oh, what? What?
Greetings, Professor. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? I never realized that.
Things.
Hey! Could you help me out?
Of course, accept that mission.
I could use your help.
We'll accept this mission as well. And we'll grab this. Grab that. Alright, cool. And we're on our way again. Here we go. Where should we go? We'll go to here. There's some conversation here. Yes. Yep.
I'm so sorry, Professor. I somehow overslept and missed our training session.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble. Imagine if that had happened during one of our missions. It really is inexcusable. It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and... Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad.
Okay.
Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams. And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal. I know I've already told you this, but I really love to learn new things. It's a passion of sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic. Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder. If only things could have stayed like that.
What do you mean?
When I was about 13, my father left home.
Oh, okay.
He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery. That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers Academy. I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax. Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
Agree with both of these statements. We go with the other one. Yeah, rest is important.
That's true. Just look at today. If my hard work stops me from working hard, what good is it? Okay,
Exactly.
it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
You have my support.
Yay! With you on my side, I'm sure I'll succeed. From now on, if you see me going overboard, just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
Okay. Support level to level B. What's the support things we've got? Oh dang, we have a lot. Alright, first one.
My
We're gonna
goodness.
go through a bunch of these.
Sword training again today? Don't overdo it, all right?
I certainly won't, but thanks for your concern, Mercedes. It's more of a hobby than anything, so don't worry too much.
A hobby? How wonderful! I would probably get tired of it, but that's just me.
Didn't you say you hope to take the sword test soon?
Potentially.
You're right. I completely forgot that's coming up. What should I do?
To be honest, I've been a bit worried as I haven't seen you at the training ground much.
Why didn't you say something sooner if you were so worried about me?
It didn't occur to me that you could have forgotten. But you're right. I should have mentioned it. As an apology, why don't you let me help you with your swordsmanship?
You would do that for me? I'd really appreciate your help.
Okay, but keep in mind that since we're short on time, we may have to overdo it a little.
I don't like to overdo it, but if we must, I'll try my best.
It's settled. Let's begin. Don't tell me you've forgotten how to hold a sword. We have our work cut out for us.
I usually just hold the sword without thinking about my grip, you know? Let's see what happens now that you've shown me the proper way to handle it. I was nervous at first, but just look at me now. Yeah!
Oh, she just stabbed him.
Well, I didn't realize offering to help you would mean risking my life.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I just meant to swing the sword. I didn't think it would go flying like that. I'm impressed with how quickly you can dodge.
Yes, I know you didn't intend to murder me. Though that scare likely took years off my life.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this whole sword fighting.
Yeah, that's why I have you as a bow fighter and
Nonsense.
magic user.
It's far too early to give up.
Bow fighting and magic using is the best way to go.
I was much like you. It's true that different people are better suited to different things. But if you keep at it and refuse to give up, you're certain to improve.
Do you really think so? Thank you, Dimitri. It's very kind of you to... Oh, there's a rip in your cuff, Dimitri. How do you think...
It seems I didn't dodge your sword fast enough.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can easily
Well,
repair
I mean,
it.
that wouldn't have killed him. That would have just been a flesh wound.
I'll
Just
be
a
the
flesh
one
wound.
who mends it. How does that sound?
No, please, don't worry yourself over it. Just focus on your exam.
I don't think she should take that exam, but it's not my opinion now, is it? Oh, this should be an interesting one. Ingrid and Dudu.
Are you injured?
No.
No.
Okay, damn, I caught it.
Good.
Awkward.
I'd have cut my way through, alone, without your assistance.
Okay.
My apologies.
Your apologies are empty.
This is so awkward.
I spoke out of turn. I'm sorry, Dudu. His Highness has put his faith in you. You're a valuable comrade, no matter my feelings. The people of Dusker...
Save your breath. There were countless people like you in the capital. People who spat, threw things, insults and stones alike, whenever they pleased. Their anger was natural. I do not begrudge them.
I see.
You owe me no apology, and I will keep my distance on all other occasions. But on the field of battle, allow me to aid you. If you were to fall, His Highness would grieve.
I see. Then I will accept your help on the battlefield.
Understood.
That was so... Okay, Dudu... Oh dang, Dudu has a lot of people to talk to. We'll start him off with Dimitri.
Your Highness, the hour is late. May I ask where it is you're going?
I'm off to the library for a bit of research before I train. After that, a bath and bed.
Very well. I shall accompany you.
No.
No. There's no need for that. I am a grown man, after all.
You sustained an injury during yesterday's training. My presence may be of use to you.
It was a mere bruise that will heal in no time. No need to fret over me, Dudu.
Are you dissatisfied with me, Your Highness? Please do not hesitate to correct me.
And there it is again.
He's so formal.
What is it?
Well, you often choose to address me as Your Highness. When we first met, you used to call me by my name.
That was because I was unfamiliar with Fodlan's speech. Thinking back, such rude manners
That makes a lot of sense.
To be honest, I much preferred it. I feel more comfortable being addressed by my name, rather than with the honorifics that go along with being a prince.
But...
Yeah, I mean, that's the
I
dude's
did
opinion.
not teach you to read and write so that you know how to address me properly. And I brought you to the academy as my friend, not a vassal.
But Your Highness, a vassal is precisely what I am.
Not to
So
him.
much has happened since we met, yet we cannot seem to bridge this gap. So be it. I give you leave to return to your quarters. Take an early night and reflect on what I've said. Please.
I couldn't possibly. I said I would accompany you, did I not?
True, but I would much prefer that we take steps to ease this mindset of yours.
Okay. Alright, another one to Ash.
At this time of year, the fish are fat. Simply grilling them will bring out their best flavor. Steaming them with herbs is delicious too.
Wow, you know a lot about this. I'm learning so much from you, Dudu. Were you a cook at the castle in Ferdiad?
No.
Did your family own an eatery of some kind?
No. My sister and I helped with cooking at home.
Wow, that's all? I thought I was confident about my skills, but next to you, I feel like an amateur. Hey, could you give me some advice about other kinds of meat besides fish?
Ash.
Yes, Dudu?
Why do you spend time with me?
Oh, snap.
We're friends, right? I just want to get to know you better. Is that so odd?
Yes.
I am from
Very
Dusker.
much.
So, look at me. I came from a life of poverty. I was
Man, the
lucky to even be
classes
let in
system
here
is
to
just
study
kinda
with all
messed up.
these high-class people. I think we have a lot in common.
Being
Makes a good
poor and
point.
being from Dusker are two different things.
I don't know what
Oh,
Dusker
I know. But we can still be friends, can't we?
You are a peculiar person.
He's so like
So I'm told.
stiff. Just stiff. Sylvain time.
To-do, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you. Looks like you're pretty deep in thought.
Does it?
I just wanted to stop by and ask.
How
It
do you
was
start a
your turn to
conversation
cook
with
last
this
night,
man?
yeah?
Yes.
Well, it was great. I was wondering if you could give me some tips. You know, teach me how to cook. I hear a girl loves a man who can cook.
That's all this man
Sylvain.
thinks about.
Yeah?
You are from Fargus. You must understand how it appears for you to spend time with one from Dusker.
No,
To be near
probably
me is
not.
to invite tedious misunderstanding.
Oh, please. I don't care who misunderstands what about me. I talk to who I want. Besides, I believe the Dusker people are innocent.
You do.
Good for you.
Fargus and
I
Dusker have
appreciate
been
it.
friendly since, heck, forever. So why would our old friends from Dusker just up and assassinate our king?
Oh, okay,
It doesn't make
that
sense.
explains some of the background.
Sure, there are
of Dusker.
probably folks from Dusker who don't like Fargus. But do I think there's enough of them to mount an attack and slaughter the king and his whole company of elite guards?
It is difficult to believe, considering the discrepancy in skill and number.
Right? At most, I can see a misguided group of people from Dusker conspiring with someone else who had plans to dethrone the king. Maybe they were even lured into participating and used as scapegoats. Regardless,
That's a
it
good
doesn't
point.
concern you
That's a
or the
very
rest of
good
your
point.
people. A person can't be judged by the worst of their kind. Or where would any of us be? Besides,
I
people like to talk about me anyway, so let them talk. Okay, you're making a weird face.
Alright, I'm gonna
What
stop
did I
talking
say?
to the rest of these.
I
so
have misjudged
you
you.
guys don't hear anything.
I
That's
was
why.
under the impression you only cared about women.
Well, I'm glad I've cleared up that misunderstanding. But really, there's no way I'm the only person who figured all that out. There must be people who think like me in Ferdiad, including His Highness.
Agreed. But whatever the truth, we are still perceived as traitorous assassins.
Once a misunderstanding takes hold, it isn't easy to clear the air. Not without solid evidence of the truth. But even if we found evidence that your people are innocent, those negative sentiments wouldn't disappear overnight. The only thing that can change that is time and effort. Depressing, isn't it?
Time and effort. Yes, I believe you're right.
Man, that got serious. Shouldn't we lighten things up with a nice cooking lesson?
Very well.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Please tell me that wasn't the pan!
What was that noise?
To-do! Well, as you can see, the pan kind of exploded. Just a little.
How did you manage that?
I looked away for a moment and the pan just went boom! Ugh, I'm grateful nothing caught fire, but now the kitchen is a mess.
Are you hurt?
Oh, no, I just got a little spooked. I really lucked out, didn't I? That could have turned out much worse.
Indeed. But do not turn your back next time. Your life could depend on it.
Right, sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Let me help you. I will help you clean up.
No, I can't let you do that. This is all my fault. You shouldn't have to help me.
I have time. Let us fix this quickly. We will need to prepare more food before the others arrive at the dining hall.
Oh, you're right. So, after we clean up, you're also gonna help me cook?
You object?
Of course not.
I'm just so sorry to bother you with this.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I've told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know. But to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ash, enough! Okay. I've a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
Wow, Ash, training again? You're taking this whole knight thing pretty seriously.
It's just my daily training. Maybe you could stand to be a little more eager yourself? If I want to be a great knight, I've got no choice but to put the effort in.
No choice? I think you're making life too difficult. Knights don't have to be perfect. All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty sloppy knights out there.
That's not going to be me. I'm going to be a proud knight, virtuous and gallant.
Virtuous and gallant? Are you kidding me? If you just ride around being virtuous, people will get fed up. They'll boot you out of town.
It's never wrong to have virtue, not even if it means being made an outcast.
Interesting idea. You think very highly of this whole virtue thing. Say, have there been any knights who became great just by thinking highly of themselves? Think on this. Knights are supposed to protect people and earn their admiration. Isn't that right?
Well, yes. So what are you saying I should do?
Seize people's hearts!
What do you mean?
You want people to love you? Offer them something they haven't got. Guess what that is? It's you, Ash. They don't have you. Get out there, buddy. Be valiant. Help people. Here, I'll show you how it works.
Sylvain, don't go bothering people.
Hey there, cutie. You seem to have lots of bags there. They must be heavy. My name's Sylvain. Let me help you out. Are these going in the warehouse?
Helping out those in need, I guess that's a good start.
No thanks necessary. It's been enough just to be able to talk to you. Well, if you insist. How about we go get some tea? It must be fate that we met like this. I'd like to get to know you.
Great knight, huh? More like a great philanderer. Seems like all he wants to do is flirt with women. No, I can't allow this. I have to stop him.
Are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
What's the matter, Ash?
This question's got me stumped. Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see. Using these ballista specifications, if the ballista corals follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense, because the enemy line will be here.
That's it! Okay, now try using that same technique and applying it to this other problem.
If the walls are this high and the enemy lines are at that distance... Oh, I think I see!
I knew you'd get it.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
I suppose I have. Studying is a necessity if you want the advantage over your enemies. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that.
Here you go, Felix. Have some tea.
Oh.
Sorry, but we're all out of cakes. Should I bake some more?
Please, don't.
Oh, your clothes are so dirty. Let me wash them for you.
Mercedes, what's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just making tea. Is there something wrong with that?
You're not my mother. You don't have to bother with all this. I can do without it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. You just remind me so much of my little brother.
I do?
Yes, his name is Emile. We have different fathers, but we grew up in the same household. That is, until I was about 8 or 9 years old. I haven't seen him since then.
Sorry to state the obvious, but I'm not your brother. I'm not Emile. Can't you find someone else to bother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you alone. Please help yourself to more tea if you'd like. I can leave the pot. Goodbye.
I am me, Felix Hugo Fraldarius. There is no one else. Brother.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women, but I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I think you're special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, What's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom. I abandoned the Bartels name and took up our old family name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, Oh, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you!
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same. I'd better avoid the training grounds. I swear His Highness never sleeps.
You're out late, Sylvain. Is it safe to assume you've been wildly carousing with women? I'm afraid that behavior simply will not do.
Ah, Your Highness! Hello. No, I was not wildly carousing with women. There was only the one. Let's just forget you saw me. Agreed?
Unfortunately, I can't do that. It's time someone talked some sense into you. And it seems the task has fallen to me. Sylvain, I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself at night, but you must learn the art of moderation. Again and again, you end up wandering the streets until the early morning.
Okay, I get it. I don't need one of your lectures. I've got them all memorized anyway. I promise I'll be better in the future. I'll stop going out at night, I'll focus more on my studies, and in return, you'll go into town with me, and we'll invite some cute girls to dinner. Shall we shake on it?
The way your mind works absolutely confounds me. How did you even arrive at such a notion?
You need to get out more. Naive and uptight is no way to live your life.
Naive and uptight? Yes, well, compared to you, I imagine I'm downright run-of-the-mill.
I'm not so sure. Most men are experienced enough to know not to give a dagger to the girl they...
Will you never let that rest? It was many years ago. Perhaps a good knock on the head will help you to finally forget about it.
With your brute strength, a knock on the head could knock the life right out of me. You'd better watch that temper, Your Highness. So how about this? I'll try to behave, and you'll try to loosen up.
If I do as you wish, will you truly promise to improve your behavior?
What'd I just say? Of course I'll behave. A Knight of Fargus never goes back on his word. What about you? I want to see you with a girl on your arm.
I am a man of my word. I will attempt to do as you ask. But you had better uphold your end of the bargain as well.
Seriously? Yeah, I'll believe it when he introduces me to the lucky girl. Oh, Dimitri, you always take even the silliest things so very seriously. This should be fun.
Good morning, Your Highness. Getting in some early training, huh?
Oh, it's not too terribly early. And what about you?
Oh, I'm just going for my morning walk. Hey, maybe you'd like to join me. It's a great way to start the day.
A morning walk? Funny. Gustav always kept the same habit. You really do remind me of your father, Annette.
I hear that a lot. Father was always busy with work, so he wasn't around much. But when he was home, he'd often take me with him for his walks.
Annette, something's been weighing on me. Something I've done terribly wrong. Your father, he worked tirelessly. I don't know if I ever saw him take a rest. I feel as though, in a way, we stole him from you.
I'll admit it was a bit lonely growing up. But I understand. Father loved his work. No one ever doubted that. Actually, I've been thinking recently that I'd like to talk to you more, Your Highness.
Oh? Any reason in particular?
Father was a man of few words, both with myself and my mother. But sometimes he would tell me about you. So, you don't really feel like a stranger to me. In a way, it's like I've known you for a long time. Almost as though you're my big brother.
Your big brother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I let that slip out. That was rude of me.
No, nonsense. I promise you, I don't mind at all. It's certain that my days would have been filled with more fun if I'd had a little sister like you. What kind of things did Gustav tell you about me? I'd love to hear more on this topic.
Do you really want to know? Well, for one, he used to tell this story about when you were a child and...
You know what? Never mind. I have a bad feeling about where this is going. How about you forget we had this talk altogether, and don't mention it to anyone?
Professor, don't misunderstand. I can't wait to... Oh, that's mine.
Welcome. Please come again.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Welcome. Please come again. Welcome. Please come again.
Knew I could count on you. Hey there. Come back anytime.
Right.
Wow, what is Felix? No. 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 No.
Professor, I'm gonna keep... What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
Hello. Yes, I have never had... Professor, I hear you have had worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you... You cannot remember? I had lost the... This is... This is...
Say, he is skilled, which is surely a boon for us. Ah, Well, no, I do not. Not really. All I will say is that we have trained together a few times in the past. House Gautier is Sylvain's home. It would be nice of you to check on him as well. Lost item. Lost. House Gautier. Lost item.
I know he paid repeated. That is not. That is not. That is not.
Merced, her face.
Professor, I'm gonna... What's this?
Have you seen a man? That's my...
Captain Gerald, if there's a problem, I want to help any way I can. Okay, I doubt there's anything I can do for him. Oh. Someone lost it?
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator? You will need the sword's power on your next mission. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, a teacher. I'm sorry. Not Father. A lost. Not possible. A risk, though. What? I thought, but since... Never... Oh, you...
Wow, what is feeling? No.
Father. Thank you so...
I may have slowed. No, that...
I have heard... But...
The coffin of... Instead... How...
Some people and some... What's this?
Oh, it's off. Things are...
No? No?
Hi.
Oh, why is perhaps... I would like to have...
So the whole... That means... What right... I wish I want to hear... Oh. Oh. Oh.
I appreciate your effort.
It's strange. Did you...
Don't you... Maybe he's... Oh!
Okay.
Hey.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite. That was quite a sigh. What's wrong, Ingrid?
Tell me, Sylvain, what am I to you?
You're my friend. One of my oldest, in fact.
An old friend, is it? Then why must I clean up the casualties left behind by your skirt chasing?
Nobody asked you to do that. Heck, I thought you enjoyed it. Besides, you're real good at it. I'm excited to continue working with you.
Do you mean to imply you have no intention of acting a bit more respectably?
Please don't yell like that. Everybody's staring at us.
When you were 8, you came on to my sweet, sweet granny. My granny!
Come on! I was 8 and she was That was a long time ago.
Sylvain hit on Ingrid's grandmother? Wow.
People can hear you. Please be quiet.
When you were...
A scarecrow?
Wait a second. That was just an accident. A tragic, tragic accident.
When you were 15, you sought, relentlessly might I add, to involve yourself with Lord Gwendol's daughter. Who do you suppose made peace with the furious lord despite having nothing to do with it? Me. Always me, always for you.
What a jerk. You know what? This conversation is over. I'm done.
My point is that this has to end. Not later, but now.
Fine. I promise I'll try to change. Are you happy now?
That was challenge.
What? I thought this was a... All right, that's enough praise.
All do... Thanks. That was helpful, coach. It's all coming to... This will be useful. Each new experience... I did not know I had such power.
Let me ask you something. Yeah, okay, I see that.
Professor,
Father never learned. All of these useless letters are only creating more rubbish in the world. Professor? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. My apologies. Oh, that paper. Well, Yes, it was. It was a letter from my father. I understand where you're coming from here, but I have no need of such things. It isn't like anything of importance was written on it. Curious? I suppose there's no harm in allowing you to read it. Go on then.
My dearest daughter, Ingrid. Are you well? I trust that you are behaving yourself and refraining from causing trouble for others. Things on the home front are in order. The marriage proposal for you and the Viscount's son should be prepared soon. Although, I am quite certain there are many superior candidates at Garreg Mach Monastery. As you know, the very survival of our family is dependent upon whom you marry. You are the only one left in the family who can make things right. We are all counting on you. Do not lose sight of what truly matters.
Yes. Perhaps you found it somewhat entertaining. I've told you that we've never been very well off financially. My noble family, House Galatea, branched off from House Daphne in the Alliance. Shortly after, we were lucky enough to receive the support of the royal family, allowing us to attain nobility, to some extent. But the territory we watch over is poor, its harvest meager, and our noble blood too has grown thin. Neither my father nor my brothers bear a crest. I, however, do bear a crest. Because of this, my father sees me as our family's one hope for the future. A crest is highly prized among nobles. Were I to marry into a greater noble family, that financial support could soothe our woes. Thank you, Professor. Your sentiment alone is a great comfort to me. Despite my own feelings, I understand his approach to all this. It isn't that he doesn't care for me. I understand it very, very well, which is why I apologize, Professor. I must be going.
You think I'd cheat? On you, baby? Never. Come on. You should know me better than that. You're the only one for me. I swear. Hey, if you don't believe me, well... Oh, I get it. If I'm not your type, do you want me to introduce you to some other guys who have crests? They're all nobles, just like me.
What? That isn't why I'm... You're worse than I thought!
I just want you to be happy. You know, get what you're after. I hate seeing a girl cry, especially one as beautiful as you. So, you know, maybe we... So, Professor, do you enjoy spying on people? You look like you've got something to say, so say it. Hey, that was between me and her, not you. But you know how it is. Most relationships, they end in heartbreak. Anyway, I don't know why she's so upset about me dating other girls. She didn't care before she found out, so why does she care now? I really do hate seeing a girl cry. I swear it's the truth. My heart's in a million pieces right now. It's just the worst. Well, I figure the best way to mend a broken heart is to head out on the town. Why don't you join me? Who knows? Maybe you'll find love. I mean, I know I will. Calm down, it was only a joke. You've really got no sense of humor, you know that? Let's...
We did well enough.
seems I've improved.